Recording. All right. Oh, Alfonso.
Yes.
So maybe you can introduce yourself. Where do you live? Where do you work? What do you do for a living? And then we start the conversation
Sure.
from there.
Okay, I'm Alfonso. I am 41. I was born and raised in the south of Italy, near Napoli. And I currently live in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. I am a chemical engineer by profession, but in my life I've cultivated also many interests like dancing, especially. Like I've been a dancer for 25 years. I still practice sometimes. And also I love astronomy, science. I am since 4 5 years. I'm very passionate about yoga, meditation. So I've started to get introduced to these like more spiritual kind of practices, and that definitely has given me a lot of quality of life. So this is let's say short introduction.
That's an interesting combination: engineer
Yes.
and dancer.
Yes.
Usually, it's not really.
It's not very common.
Not very common.
I agree with you.
Uh-huh.
But it has given me a lot because when you isolate yourself in one single thing, the risk is that that profession of yours, that job that you do for a living, ended up identifying who you are.
Yeah.
But I actually don't identify myself with my job. I just me. So it's good to have this kind of experiences that can multiply your inputs, and gave me really a lot, especially when I was young, because I started when I was 14. So it has been the passion of my youth and my life, basically.
It's interesting because engineer, it's what you do, it's not who you are.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
very true. And over the years I had a number of engineers, and they all suffer from the same thing. What they told me is that they cannot shut off their minds. That's the actual sickness, like a mental sickness that they suffer.
True.
They always engineering, even when they sleep.
Yeah.
And it's very, very exhausting because you just don't rest,
Sure.
So they come here to switch off their mind, open their heart, and rest, among other things.
That
So
is true indeed. Yes.
that's also true to computer science. I mean, to computer, like the IT guys.
Yes,
I had
yes.
those guys too. But engineers even more, I think.
Yes.
So I think Elon Musk was saying in some interview that he has he sleeps like 4 hours a day or something. Like he can stop, So
Yeah.
so it's a common problem. So let's talk about the medicine experience. How it was here? Why did you come here? And how was it for you here?
Okay, so basically, Jade, that has been here for 2.5 months, that is my wife, approximately in November 2021, told me, baby, I found this place that, proposes this Huachuma experience. She had read your books. She said, I need to go. I said, no, you have to go. And I was already like, she's a very, let's say she's very, how can I say, entrepreneurial in terms of her spiritual life. She doesn't say no to many experiences, to any experience, so she's very open. And I immediately told her, you go, no problem, I will support you, it's all good. If it's important for you, it's something that you gotta do. And at the time when she told me she wanted to come, she was supposed to come in for a month. So in the very beginning, I did not think to come because she was gonna stay only 1 month. Then she told me, okay, maybe I'll get the chance, as I have to leave my work, I get the chance to stay more. So the idea of coming started to, let's say, navigate in my mind. The thing is that in the very beginning, when I in the end decided to come, I was thinking of doing, let's say, 1 week here and then to travel around like Lake Titicaca, etc. But and up to when I came, I thought it would have been the same. It would have been like this. But when I experienced the first time the medicine, I said I need to stay the full time I can here, because from the very first time, I understood this experience was going to give me something that no other experience has given to me. And from the very first day, I saw the depth that I could access of my heart with the medicine. And I have to be honest, also thanks to the nice environment, etc., I really came without any fear, any mistrust. I knew also because of Jay that this was going to be something unforgettable, and this has been actually the case. The medicine is really gentle. It's something that doesn't, let's say, make you process your fears, your trauma, your, let's say, your pain in a traumatic way. It's very gentle. It really cuddles you. Of course, there are moments where you feel like these hidden traumas, scars coming up, and this is the moment when the intensity grows and becomes very, let's say, meaningful, significant. But it's never painful, and this is the beauty of this medicine. And you never feel that you are out of control. You are out of, let's say, you are always present, but with an enhanced perception of the beauty around you. And a beautiful thing for which I really thank you is that I feel that the formula is that you propose is very beautiful, because there is the medicine, indeed, which is the main ingredient, but also the beautiful place where we go to process the medicine, and also the compassion of your friends or your companion of this adventure really is an added value, because you see all people congregating here to really do something good in their life and heal from whatever life has exposed to them.
Yeah, that's really well said. So, what would you say was your most profound moments over these 2 weeks?
Definitely, I think last ceremony was the most profound, because I've started, without going into too many details, but I've started to process things that were basically not related only to myself. I started to heal scars that were related to relationship with the family, relationship with some relationship with my wife, relationship with my work, and the first couple of ceremonies have been about really like family related trauma and pain. And this is indeed was very profound, but the last ceremony has been the most profound, because I really accessed some deep pain into my heart for some traumatic experience in the past for which I blamed myself, and I felt like really guilty. And I thought somehow I had processed this experience and this trauma, but actually in the last ceremony yesterday it really came out powerfully, and I feel like I've really like started to forgive myself for what happened. And this is something that it's not easy to process if you don't have enough time, if you don't have enough even space, because of course space is also important. And I think this was the most profound thing. I also have to say I've taken the chance also to reconnect to my wife from every point of view, because of course we have been away for 2.5 months, so nearly 3 months. So of course when you are so far away, of course there is always the risk that there is some
Disconnection.
gap and disconnection. But I really feel that there was a very good reconnection with Jay and with my wife, and this is something that probably wouldn't have been possible without this environment, these ingredients, I would say.
So, how would you describe Huachuma experience?
Huachuma experience, I think, is a journey within yourself, rather than drinking some, let's say, psychedelic substance. It's a journey within yourself, and it's a type of journey that you feel from day one if you are open to it. I think what you need to definitely have is to want this. It's not come here passively and just drink the medicine, because if you resist, I don't know, I never resisted, but I think if you resist, it can be even more painful, because the medicine, in any case, it will try to pull something out. So yes, it's really a journey within yourself, and in the real depth of your soul and heart. This is what I would define. I mean, in few words.
Yeah. So let's see what we can ask you more. It's hard to focus at 8 a.m. in the morning after ceremony.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
true.
like I just want to sleep like 1.
Okay.
So not the best brain power time,
I know.
So what would you tell other people who are curious about the medicine but have fear?
I would tell them to abandon their fear, and I think the best way for them, I think the best way is to be a witness, because if someone trusts me and I suggest them, recommend them an experience, then it's easier for them to try rather than them to reading on a brochure or on a website, because like today it's full of proposals on this type of experience, but only I think word of mouth and personal recommendation I think works better than anything. I would really recommend them also, because I'm not someone that has taken any psychedelic substance before. I'm not being very, let's say, inclined to assume substances that can, have psychedelic effect. Also, maybe because of misconception and
Stigma.
ignorance. Yeah, because also I come from a very Christian Catholic setup background, even though my family is not integralistic, but still they, drugs have been very looked upon like this. Even like whatever is not like commonly accepted in the society, they've always been very very scared and very reluctant to welcome this type of experience. So I definitely recommend anyone, because this is something that anyone can really benefit from, and I would tell them to abandon all the preconcept and misconception that can surround this type of experience, because that is something that can put you off. If you think that this type of experience are for certain kind of people, like a hippie or whatever, it's completely wrong. And I think this type of misconception should be really abandoned.
I think it's a very important point, actually. That's something I also speak about in different places, that it's really for everyone.
Yes, for everyone.
It doesn't matter what your profession is and what you do in life. As long as you're reasonably mentally healthy.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's the only criteria, you know. It's it's really for everyone. It can be pilot, a surgeon,
Yeah, we can be
an
anyone.
engineer. I actually have all kind of people here. I had surgeons, I had like everybody you
Yeah,
can
sure.
imagine over here. So, and I see that everybody benefited and everybody found what they were looking for and sometimes more. You know,
Sure.
because when you come here, you don't know what
Yeah,
you know you have kind of idea of what is it that you're seeking for, but then it expands and unfolds and deepens, and then you go back home with a whole bag of gifts.
yes, yes.
You know, like Santa Claus bag with many gifts.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
the case. I would say it's the case. It's gift that, in my opinion, will help also me in every aspect of my life, because it's a new awareness. So you know that you are not, how can I say, an indestructible, like the punch bag, you know? You can't absorb forever.
Yeah.
There comes a point where you need to
You
heal.
break
this-
down,
yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
If you don't heal.
Yes, because sometimes we are like in this modern life, we have machine. No?
But we are not machines.
Yes.
You know, we are not.
And we think we can squeeze our battery forever,
Yes.
and then we don't realize that at some point there is the light,
Goes off.
flashing, and say, okay, man, recharge now.
And then you go to psychotherapist.
Exactly.
Or doctor, you know.
Exactly.
So, would you wish to have more time?
Yes, indeed. I wish I had more time. I tried also to change my flight, but it was really like super expensive. And also at work I would really have hard time to get some more time off. But I'll tell you something, it has been a few years that I started to see what I do is always plus. Like whatever you do, it's always a gift, no matter how short it is. I don't see what I could have done more. I always see that I was lucky enough and blessed enough to do this.
Yeah.
So
Grateful.
yeah, so I don't like to say, okay, I could have stayed 1 month, 2 months. I say, okay, I've done 2 weeks. I've enjoyed. My soul is like blossoming. Like I feel like I'm really like I feel like a new person. I could have done more. Yes, of course I could have done more, but I could have not done this at all.
Yes.
So I feel blessed in any case. I definitely want to repeat this experience, hopefully for more time. But like I said, if I had felt bad not to stay more, probably I would somehow not cancel the healing, but I would have indeed put some bitterness and some sadness in an experience that for me is only happiness.
Yeah.
So I want to keep it 100% happiness.
Living in a good note, you know.
Yes.
So, well, your wife's staying for another month, so it will be 4 months.
Yeah.
Of her staying here. Sorry
Yeah.
for taking her away from you for so long, but I guarantee you that will pay back.
No.
For her, for you, you know, as a couple, and,
Definitely.
you know, it's a serious work here
Yeah.
that she's going through.
Actually, she was supposed to come back with me back to Dubai, but then she told me, I want to stay, I want to write this book and whatever. I said, you are
Sounds
a dragon, you cannot be
Yes.
told what to do. You do what you want to
Exactly.
do. I'm happy for you to stay. This is a beautiful.
That's very beautiful how you support her. That's very beautiful. That's very not common. It's like such a uncontrolling, such a trusting
Yeah, it's
relationship.
us.
It's
100%.
incredible. It's really incredible. So, question another way. So, how much oil there is still in Dubai?
Dubai, no, zero actually. And actually Dubai is in it's called the post-oil economy phase, no? Because they have like very little oil now. The big oil is in the next city, Abu Dhabi, that has big quantity of oil still left, apparently for more than 100 years and everything. But-
That's the calculation. That's the actual calculation.
I think so, yes, but things change because now the oil consumption is started to decline in favor of alternative energy, green energy and everything. So the forecast is definitely for 100 years, more than 100 years. But although there are some not positive side, but I think for the time being this place is giving us what we need to consolidate us financially and to be able in the future to switch to something else. Because in Europe we really struggle. Like people literally lives to pay the bills, work, and so there you cannot financially plan anything, because in the end, especially if you have kids, it's really like survival mode, no? Like I earn 100, I spend 100. So this is the problem, unfortunately. So at least in this way we can have some kind of
so there is time to transition to alternative energy without collapsing our civilization, without stopping our trucks,
of course.
bringing food. So we are not quite there yet.
Yes. But it will be there, maybe gradually, but
gradually it's good. No, I'm for that. I'm for gradual transitions and not drastic collapsing. Chaotic scenario.
Okay.
Sounds good. Well, your tax is coming soon. So what would be your last words for people who watch this?
My last word is for people that are interested in, that come across this Huachuma, is to definitely trust the medicine and trust the potential they have to heal and rebirth. That's my really last experience. It's something beautiful that everyone has to try.
Well, I agree to that. So, well, thank you very much. It was great meeting you. So, have a good flight to Dubai.
Thank you. 3 flights, actually.
3 flights. It's a long journey. We'll be in the next ceremony by the time you land,
exactly.
probably.
Exactly.
So, we'll post the next interview will be Jade's mother.
Okay.
It's already, I've done it, I just didn't have time to put it, and then you'll be
my
next
interview.
one. So, mother and husband.
Okay, good. And then the end, the dragon.
And then the dragon. Well, she still have a month.
You publish them on your YouTube channel?
Yeah, on my on Huachuma Wasi, I think, YouTube channel.
Okay, very good.
Send you the link.
Let me know.
Sounds good, of course. Sounds
Thank
good.
you very
and,
much.
I hope you can enlighten all the engineers in Dubai.
Definitely.
And bring them over.
And have a team building here.
No, I don't want anything here. It's like, this is good.
No.
I love the mountains. We don't want any buildings.
No, team building.
Oh, team building. Yeah, that's good.
No,
I thought you want to build.
No, not building.
No. Team building. Yeah, it's
Team
fine.
building.
Of course. I wouldn't want to see skyscrapers, and I wouldn't want to see any diggings.
No digging
Here.
No digging. Indeed.
This is there. Here we're just digging our souls.
Exactly. And pull out the
And
beautiful.
Yes, exactly.
The beautiful oil of the soul.
Yes, exactly. That's a good way to finish it. All right. Well,
thank you very much.
Of
Thank you very
course.
much for the beautiful guidance, done in a very, how can I say, with the gentle discretion, like without, really put the screwdriver inside, but
with love.
Yeah, with love. Yes.
With love,
yes.
yes. That's how it is. That's what the medicine is. It's pure love.
Okay.
All right, man.
Thank you
Have a
very
good
much.
flight.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you so much.